Oh, that's what you were up to, Eris. Okay.
And welcome to the...
It hasn't even been a second.
I know. Oh boy, this episode is going to be something.
It's something.
Oh, well, welcome to the Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where the tea is piping hot and we're always ready to spill. I'm Logan Murphy, just a gay, here not with tea, but with coffee, because Lord, I need it.
And with my usual green drink with kiwi, mango, kale, spinach, apple, ? My name is Aneesa Long, your fellow-friendly, non-binary Filipino-Canadian, mentally unstable, hacked on Instagram hot mess, hailing all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
I have candy.
We know.
Because much like Jesus, I went drinking on a Friday and I got resurrected on Sunday. And it's time for some sugary carbohydrates. I'm Eris Envy, your punk rock hairy Mary Fairy, all the way from Yorkshire. That's all.
Oh boy. Drag Race España. We only have one episode to talk about this time.
Yes, we do. God. And I'm finally on one of these.
It's about goddamn time that we got Aneesa back on a fucking Drag Race episode.
Listen, I'm like, I finally had the time to do it. You know, I had 3 days off of work. This is day 3 off of work. So, you know, I had all the time to catch up. And so I felt like, you know, I might as well come in all out with this grand-ish entrance.
Sure.
I've just been watching Logan's sanity slip as they put up with me for the past couple of episodes.
Well, I'm here now to ease all the pain. I am named after a sausage, so nothing like sausages can ease the pain.
Oh, that sounds really good right now.
It does, actually.
Anyway, Aneesa, what do you think of España so far?
It's season 2. It's giving. The bar has been set high.
Y'all saw nothing.
I really love it.
Everything, bitch.
I'm really enjoying these personalities. The looks that are being brought onto the runway, I absolutely live for. It's already to me becoming like arguably like a top tier season.
3 episodes in, it's up there for sure.
Yeah.
This episode was my least favorite of the 3 so far. I'll be honest.
It was, yeah, I agree as well.
I think it's just hard to compare.
Sorry,
it's just hard to compare to like the last episode.
Yeah, it is. We knew anything. It's still at a 9.9 on IMDb at time of filming. Like wild, insane, crazy. But we pop back into the workroom. Samantha has somehow survived another lip sync. I'm not sure how, because she shouldn't have. And Ariel's gone.
I'm sad about it too. Yep.
They really should have done a top 2 lip sync for this episode instead of a bottom 2. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Ariel had a lot of talent and a lot of potential, and it feels like we're going to be missing something big from this season now, because I feel like she had a lot to show. But it is what it is, and the cookies crumble however they crumble.
They do crumble.
They do crumble.
And the cookies, they do be crumbling.
Oh, now I want Crumble Cookie, because that's a place in the US. Yeah. With great cookies. They're phenomenal cookies. They're all like this big.
Oh, we have a place like that in the UK called Millie's Cookies.
There's a place in like Toronto's like gay neighborhood called Craig's Cookies, and it is amazing.
Does Craig give you the cookies himself?
What about these cookies? No, okay, that's enough.
No. I have some of my own actually, but you know,
workload cat. Mine are rapidly shrinking. Apart from the one day I ruined my diet.
Good. But yeah, so Samantha has survived again. I'm not really sure how, but God, I love her.
Yeah, it's weird. She's Samantha Ballentines. I keep on wanting to say Ballentinas, but Samantha Ballentines.
It's me, Ballentines.
Absolute hot mess, but she makes great entertainment, and I love her.
God, I love her. We'll talk about it, but we come back to the workroom after everybody's gone home and fucked each other. Apparently,
yeah.
I do love that they live in a house, real world style, instead of being like, oh, did you not know that?
I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, they live in a house.
Instead of being sequestered in hotels, they all live in the same house.
They just share a villa.
I love that.
I would pay good money, yeah.
To watch it. Only so that the clips of whatever's going on between Onyx and Sethlas ends up on OnlyFans.
God help us all.
I mean, they aren't a good-looking couple. I'm just gonna put that out there.
This cast is hot.
It's a hot cast.
I had the same feelings about last year as well.
Last year was a good-looking cast too.
Yes,
I still have a crush on Killer Queen.
I
think just Spanish men.
I think that's kind of what the consensus here is.
I would like to see Drag Volcano's Volcano.
Nope, it's time for Eris to go. Nope. One too far. Though I was thinking the same thing. Anyway. We get a mini challenge with more hot pit crew. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Oh, the contestants are one thing.
Yeah, like they didn't need to have the close up on their bulges too.
No, they did. Oh, and then was it Juriji that was like, those bulges are fake?
Yeah! Yes!
She clocked it. She was like, fake bulge.
I cried. Whoever the short, beefy daddy is, I just would like to say hi.
And I would like to say hi to his chorizo.
I would like to say hi to Chorizo May. Yeah, they do this weird mini challenge where you have to like. I assume this is inspired by a Spanish TV show. By the way that they were like,
yeah,
the Maxi Challenge then is a TV show. We'll talk about it, but like this seems like something that's like a TV show. Again, I normally do my research, but I haven't had time. But from what I've heard, go watch Marta Mama on YouTube. She like explains all of the references. I watched it. It's phenomenal.
They were guessing proverbs, weren't they? Something like
that.
Yeah,
they were just like general proverbs.
Like common sayings, common proverbs.
Yeah, I was like...
I don't know if it was an issue with the subtitles, because the subtitles kept giving us proverbs, and I don't feel like the subtitles and the proverbs matched what was actually being said.
Not
I feel like they were
always.
Yeah.
Again, language barrier, unfortunately, is just one of those things. But
because some of the proverbs, if they were done in English, it would be like such an easy answer, and yet people were still struggling. So I'm just assuming they must have pulled something different.
Yeah, but after a couple of rounds of competition, we end up with two winners, being Diamante and Onyx. Love. And we move on to the Maxi Challenge, which is Putricia's Diary. Now, okay. I don't know if it was just me being an ignorant American, but I thought, like, when they presented this challenge, even literally all of the stuff in the workroom up to the moment that they started filming, I was like, oh, okay, this is like a...
Bossy Rossi.
Like Bossy Rossi, or like even something like a like flashback situation. I thought it was gonna be like Putricia as like Supreme as Putricia, like inserting herself into these like scenes that are like flashbacks. I'm not really sure. I didn't really know what this challenge was gonna be. I didn't expect it to be what it was.
I kind of got the idea of it being a talk show, but I don't know if that's because I think I saw some clips before I watched the episode, so I might have gone into it with more context.
Sure.
I will say something I really enjoyed about this is Supreme was really involved with each of the challenges. And honestly, to some of the groups, that was a detriment because Supreme was being funnier than some of the contestants.
Honestly, the winner of this week's Maxi Challenge was Supreme Deluxe.
Truly.
Like, honestly, like I see now, like I saw before, but I see now why she's the host. Yeah. Like, she's spectacular.
Like, RuPaul would never get down on the floor and smear himself with flan.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about that.
I mean, the only problem I had with Supreme was that flat wig, but we'll talk about it.
I'm just hoping it was a reference.
I think it was too. Again, I don't know it, and I will do my research for the next one, but whatever. So, for winning the mini challenge, Diamante and Onyx get to cast the whole thing.
Shady.
Not just your roles, not just your teams. You get to pick the role that everybody does, and I loved this.
Yeah.
Because it honestly, it didn't seem all that shady.
Because
the way
I don't remember anyone like complaining about the roles they got.
I think Diamante and Onyx just selected who they wanted to work with, and everyone else was just like leftovers and like, okay, well, this works for them.
Well, yeah. So they were like, because Onyx in Confessional is like, this is who I want, this is who Diamante wants, and then like we're gonna pick who we think is gonna be in the best roles for our group, and then the leftover group can just like fend for themselves. And we'll just like cast it however we want. So we have the first group, which is the
Spanish omelet and the onion.
The Spanish omelet group. We'll talk about the challenge in a bit, but the Spanish omelet group is Diamante as the Spanish omelet, Estrella as white onion, and Sharonne as red onion. And that's where I was like, why are they onions? We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'm like
in the moment I'm like, red onion?
No, but even just like them talking about the roles, and it's like, oh, foods all of a sudden like.
Yeah.
It seems like what you put in your omelette might be a big debate in Spain. In the UK, we probably just put cigarette ash and whatever the fuck else in, but...
I was about to ask, how do we like our omelets here at the Cup?
Ooh, lots of cheese and a bit of ham.
Ooh.
Yes.
I like cheese, I like ham, I like spinach. Ooh. I think that's always good.
I do like a white cheddar with some like sausage. I like a lot of pico de gallo on mine because I'm from Arizona. I ask for like 2 sides if I ever get an omelet at like any breakfast place. I'm like, because I know y'all have pico de gallo in the back. I'm like, just bring me all of it, please. I just want all of it on top of my omelet. And then onion always as well because I love onions. But...
Oh, always.
I spent many years calling French toast eggy bread before someone told me it was the same thing.
I love
eggy bread. Eggy bread.
Oh, y'all, I'm going to take a wild guess and say y'all haven't done this because I think this is an Arizona thing specifically. Have you ever had an omelet enchilada style?
No,
but it sounds amazing.
Just straight up like omelet with whatever you want in it and then just like enchilada sauce over it. It's fucking phenomenal.
I like enchiladas. I like omelets.
I do too, yeah.
So that sounds like a match made in heaven, and I would love to try it. Please bring some to Canada.
I'll make some for you when I come visit Toronto. How about that?
Period.
And then when we go to the UK for Eurovision next year, I'll make it for Eris.
Period.
And I'll make us eggy bread as well.
Yeah, eggy bread. So that's that group. Then we have the middle group, which is this like Maury knockoff, whatever.
Whose baby is it?
Sethlas and Jota are like the mothers. Marina is the daughter, and Venedita is the lie detector test.
Yes.
Person.
Polytechnician.
The technician, yeah. And then
polyamorous polytechnician.
Yes, very that.
There it is.
And then the Only Flans group, we have Samantha as the mother, Juriji as the daughter, and Onyx as Toby.
We'll
talk more about that later.
My friend used to have a dog called Toby in the exact same color pattern, and it is making me lose my mind.
I hate it. I hate that for you.
Rest in peace, Toby.
I guess we could dive into the challenge because not much happens in the workroom.
Not until afterwards.
Remember.
Yeah. So let's just start with con o sin cebolla.
Mira.
So that is Diamante, Estrella, and Sharonne.
Sharonne.
I love saying Sharonne in a French accent for no reason.
Sharonne.
Once again, linking her back to.
Sorry.
What do we think of the group?
I think what was said afterwards about that group, I think I would ultimately kind of agree with, because I couldn't see where Diamante was going with their character, and I think Estrella and Sharonne like knew what they were doing.
Yeah. Diamante set herself up really by giving herself two strong improv queens to work with, and
yeah,
I think by comparison she really had to fight, and I don't think she really got there in the end.
Mm-hmm. It's similar to like how like Crystal picks like Cheryl and Vivian.
Yeah.
It's like I'm picking someone that I know I have at least good chemistry with, regardless of like whether they're good at improv. It's like I'm picking one person like that and one person that I think is going to struggle. Like that's who I'm picking if I have like the choice. Because then it's like I could be mid-tier and then like there's a very high chance that I'm going to have at least someone who's worse than me. So I don't know. I thought, for as much as I haven't really loved Estrella so far on this season, I can't deny that she was spectacular in this.
She did a great job.
I thought Sharonne did a very, very solid job, as she has all 3 episodes. Like, she came in, she knew her character, she knew exactly what she wanted to do. I thought it was spectacular. I thought Diamante started strong, and then it just fizzled.
Yep.
Yeah.
It got very one.
I think once Red Onion and White Onion came out, Diamante started to struggle more when she was amongst other characters, because I think she held it down for the first minute or so, but after that it was dead in the water.
Yeah.
And no one likes a wet omelette.
No. Unless it's covered in enchilada sauce. And then...
Yeah, enchilada style.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say, really, about that group.
Wah, wah.
Very that. Move on to the next group, that is Sethlas, Marina, Venedita, and Jota.
I loved it.
This was interesting.
It was very interesting.
This is when Supreme started to like get really funny for me, because if someone was crying, she would be like, zoom in on them. It took me out.
Supreme knew exactly the role she was playing too. Like,
yeah, Supreme did a great job with her role.
But this, I didn't really think anyone in this group did spectacularly.
The only person from this group I had any response to was Venedita.
I agree.
That was it.
Same for me.
Which makes sense. Venedita was very into the character. She was being very hoary, very provocative. Everyone else was just really messy, and I wasn't sure what was going on. I am profoundly shocked Marina was not in the bottom for this.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
Because I do not remember a thing Marina said. And all I remember is Marina sitting on that sofa in that fucked up wig, looking completely terrified. Like,
well, the difficulty for me is, so she clearly doesn't like her mother, who is Jota?
I think.
The way it's perceived to be, her mother is supposed to be Jota, I believe, and then like it's perceived that like she doesn't like her mom. So then the gag at the end where we find out that Venedita is her mom for some reason, and Marina is like upset and crying over that. that made no sense for me.
No.
Because it's like, wouldn't you be happy to be away from this woman who is presumably like abusing you? And like, it seemed like the way that you're acting and like,
I don't know. I also, and then out of nowhere, it's like Jota and Sethlas just kiss.
Yeah, Sethlas is just there for some fucking reason.
Well, and then so Sethlas says in confessional that this was like part of the plan. That like if things went bad, they were gonna have a lesbian moment. Which like cool, whatever, but like I don't need that. I also didn't love that like Marina was like, oh, I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna have a panic attack. Like that felt really insensitive to me.
Yeah.
And I've wanted to like Marina a lot. I don't think I do.
No.
And it's frustrating because I want to.
Because I feel like Marina has good drag.
Yes.
But the personality is giving boiled chicken.
The personality is giving Dovima Normie.
I was gonna say Dovima Normie, unfortunately.
Like
we will get into that in Untucked.
I forgot that happened in this episode, and I thought it happened in the last episode, and I thought we had forgotten to talk about it. So I'm very happy we get to talk about it. Yeah, this group overall, for me, honestly, was a disaster. I will also say, I thought this challenge should have been judged in teams.
I do too.
I do too, but I respect them being judged as individuals.
Because in that case, then I think the winner probably would have been. Well, I don't know who the winner would have been, but then the bottom probably would have ended up being Jota and Marina.
Yes, which is what I think it should have been. In all honesty,
I'm trying to think who would win in that case then.
Well, so let's talk about OnlyFlans, because I honestly think the winner probably would have been
OnlyFlans, yeah.
Yeah, that group was my favorite.
Juriji or Onyx, honestly, because
Oh, I'm angry. Sorry.
Oh, please express your anger.
They're sleeping on Juriji. They are fucking sleeping on.
Absolutely.
Are they looking at what? Are they just shutting their fucking eyes when she's on stage? Like, for real, Juriji is fucking kicking this competition in the dick, and no one is paying attention, and it's frustrating.
Yeah.
And if she goes home within the next week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'm going to remain pissed off about it.
I don't think she will, because I think there are a lot of weaker queens that will. I honestly would say Marina. I would say Jota. Unfortunately, because I really, really like her, but I don't think the edit is doing her any favors. I think Diamante we're going to lose in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it. I didn't think Samantha did a bad job.
No,
I don't think so either.
I think she did a passable job.
Agreed. Like she kind of played the straight man in a lot of ways. Like I thought the character, like the judges had an issue with like the way the character was fleshed out. I didn't really have all that much of an issue, because like it's very, very clear what the character was. Was it 1 note, kind of 2 note? Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was a bad performance by any means of the imagination.
However, Juriji and Onyx in this were so fucking funny. Yeah. And I think this scene in particular had the funniest story to it, where the mother was a dominatrix and then her daughters started doing OnlyFlans. My only thing was, why would Samantha, if she is a sex worker, be so shocked and like abhorred by her daughter also doing sex work? I mean, I guess if you do that line of work, you might not want
your family to like follow in your footsteps.
Yeah.
But I don't think the reaction would be, oh, complete horror, like it was. Like Samantha fainting and stuff like that didn't really make sense.
No. I think it's their job to be like, overacting kind of thing, which I loved.
She went in a direction, and was it the best direction? No. She went in a direction and she committed to that character, and that's what I appreciated a lot.
Absolutely.
Also, best confessional we'll probably ever get out of Drag Race. I put the flan on my pussy and sat on Onyx's face, and then I blacked out and don't remember anything after that. We will never ever get anything that golden from Drag Race for another year.
We don't deserve Juriji, honestly.
We don't.
No. The only thing I can compare in like terms of humor is Taste going the cheek, the nerve, the gall,
the audacity, and the gumption. God, I love Taste. God, I love Taste.
Taste and Juriji on the same versus the world, please.
Taste and Juriji on España versus the world. Honestly,
if it was like whatever versus the world, I would say either Canada or España, because like,
let's get a Spanish speaking versus the world. Let's do it.
We talked about that last week. I would love that.
I would love that.
Yeah, it's difficult because I disagreed with most of the things that the judges did this week, and with España, I typically don't disagree all that much.
Yeah.
So it was like a weird thing, but whatever. I don't remember. Oh, the workroom was this was Sharonne and Venedita, right?
Sharonne and Venedita,
yeah.
Y'all dive into that.
Y'all
dive into
it was quite. It was Sharonne discussing that her dad had passed during Pride Month, and even though it took him a while to come around to accepting her as an LGBT person, that he did eventually take to it and accept it, and then he died during Pride Month, which is very sad.
Very unfortunate. No, I remember Sharonne specifically like mentioning about like the letter that I believe like her dad wrote her.
Yeah.
About that before he passed, and my heart goes out to Sharonne. Like,
yeah, I absolutely agree. As much as like this was a very, very emotional moment, this also for me is like, okay, so we're continuing the setup of Sharonne winning the season. Cool. Like,
yeah, I do feel like production is eating Sharonne's ass just a little bit.
Yes.
And it's a shame because there's other people who should be in the top. Juriji Der Klee. It gives me the same sense, and I think I've said this before. It reminds me a lot of how during Canada season 1, I felt like Rita was being heavily set up to be a finalist from the jump.
Yeah.
And it already turns me off to a contestant because it makes me feel like I'm artificially being forced to like this person. And I like Sharonne, and I think Sharonne's very talented. I think if they didn't try to push it so much, we would still see her as a competitor. We would still really like her. They don't need to try and push her straight to the front because she can make her own way there.
Yeah, I think this was a challenge where we'll talk about the runway as well, but I think this was a challenge where we definitely could have had Juriji or Onyx, honestly, in the top over Sharonne, and I think it would have been perfectly lovely.
Oh,
also, go ahead.
I was going to say, there was another moment in the workroom with Jota being accused of being a liar.
I forgot.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So
this Jota and Estrella like situation that we haven't seen since episode 1, I'm like,
it's strangely evolving, and I don't know where it's going. But Estrella essentially says that Jota likes to tell tales and lies. Yeah. And then Jota says she has a shawl from a famous Spanish woman and proceeds to pull a shawl out. Lola Flores, yeah. And then Estrella's just in confession being like, oh, it's fake. She got it for $1, blah, 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 blah. All this. It's just all very odd.
It's not really particularly making me like Jota or Estrella, I'm going to be honest.
No. Yeah, it doesn't do any favor for either of them.
And honestly, I'll say at 18, because I lived like such a boring normal life, I used to be like quite a bad liar because I wanted to be seen as an interesting person. Mm-hmm. And I can get where Jota's maybe coming from. Someone just needs to pull Jota aside and tell her, you are interesting as you are. You're a drag queen. You're 18. You've got this wonderful Andalusian Romani heritage. Yeah. You don't need to like tell tales or anything. And even if the Lola Flores thing is true, I don't think it's Estrella's place to be just calling her a prolific liar on TV. Even though it does make for good production.
That's damaging to her character, even if it's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not fair to do it in confessional. what gets me, this is what my point is I'm trying to get. What gets me is Estrella's doing in this confessionals that Jota can't defend herself in and won't see until it's airing.
Yeah.
Rather than saying it to her in her face. And what gets me more is Estrella's feeding into it by asking to see the shore and stuff like that. Like, she's feeding into these lies and then complaining about it. It's like, what are you achieving?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
what was the reason?
What was the reason?
What does that have to do with anything,
bitch? Yeah. Also,
if I had to lip sync for my life today, bitch, I was ready to do so. I was ready to do so.
I hate you. I was motherfucking ready. I was ready to do so.
My legs are ready.
I just bought a sticker for my water bottle that has that quote on it. I tried to find one that had "What does that have to do with anything, bitch?" But I think I might just make that.
Work.
Because I just want all of, like, honestly, do I make a sticker that says I rubbed flan on my pussy, sat on Onyx face, and blacked out? Like, I'm kind of considering it. Anyway.
Please.
Also, not me looking up the placements for this episode and getting spoiled on episode 4.
Say nothing.
I'm not going to say it.
No.
Runway. The category of the week is the women of Almodovar, the guy who does the director. That's the word.
Bravo, Almodovar.
That one, that person.
I don't. That's not the person. That's just.
I'm going to interject and say this now. Just because I have a film degree does not mean I've watched any of these films. Don't ask anything of me.
I didn't know you had a film degree, so work.
I say this every fucking week.
Do I pay attention to things you say?
Clearly not, bitch.
Love you. Anyway, Diamante Merybrown.
Okay.
Oh, this viscerally triggered me. Like, this fully made me, like, full body shudders. I was like, nope, I don't want to perceive this. I get what she was going for, because we got to see the pictures of the films they were referencing.
Yes.
I do think, because, and this isn't Diamante's fault by any point, but because this is coming right after the, like, Day of the Beast runways, it's just poor timing.
Yeah.
There's really not a lot to this look that we can really say.
It's a bodysuit.
It's a bodysuit.
Yep. And there's blood.
Yep. I think we can move on.
And a face mask. Yeah. Wear your mask, kids.
Wear your mask.
Once again, Sethlas coming for everyone's fucking necks.
Honestly.
This is perfection.
How do you make Tilda Swinton high glam? Like
that.
Exactly. It's nice to see Sethlas in it's nice to see Sethlas in a blonde, even though we saw Sethlas in blonde for their entry look. But I like this is a different silhouette for Sethlas. I have no doubts that they're probably wearing fucking platforms underneath this. I love the headpiece. It's very simple, but it's so signature to Almodovar's sort of iconography as a director, and I think it's just really well done, and I love the hair.
I love this. Nah, I love the little gas tank too. That says like Supreme 98.
I cried. I was like, the attention to detail, everything.
It's everything.
They're sleeping on Sethlas too. I'm gonna say
they really are.
They are.
I'm glad that she was able to get critiqued and get into the top last episode, but this episode again, I think she. Well,
I think this episode she was perfectly lovely to be safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think this look pulled her into safe territory.
Yes.
Because I don't remember a damn thing she did in the challenge.
No.
So.
Odd bless.
Estrella.
No.
Okay, given the concept and given that we had the reference in the picture, it is relatively well done. You know, she did the assignment and she understood it. But as a look on this runway, is not my favorite.
It's missing something for me.
I don't like big prosthetic noses. It just, something about it just worries me in terms of anti-Semitism. It's just, no, I don't think we need to be doing big crooked noses on television.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree, but
it's nice to see her with some hair with some volume, though.
Agreed.
Yes.
Jota Carajota!
I really like this.
I love this look.
I don't think this picture does it justice, just because it looks a little odd from the front. And also the train is clipped out. But I love this wig when you get the side view and it looks like it's made of like wires. I think I might be going crazy here, but I believe Theresa May referenced a similar look during the roast on UK3 when she was sat in the audience.
I believe so.
Yeah, we can go and compare. But yeah, this is a really good outfit for Jota. It looked better on the runway than it does in this picture because this picture doesn't do her any favors. And also, Jota's makeup was really good this evening.
Yeah, the issue I had in comparison to the original is just the two boobies as opposed to the unibubical, if you will. Yeah, I kind of had an issue with that, but honestly, like, it's whatever.
Yeah, I understand the issue of that, but like, I think as a look on this runway, I really loved it.
Yeah. Queen.
Best look of the night, period.
I would die for her.
Oh my god.
She's just so drop dead fucking gorgeous.
I think this is my favorite look from her.
She's so gorgeous. Oh my god. I would go to war for this woman. I would sail to Troy for this woman. This woman is the Helen of Troy to me. Juriji of Troy. Call me Odysseus because this bitch Juriji of Troy.
I hate you.
She's so, like, her makeup is so, like, beautiful.
Yes.
And we see it in the workroom as we see it here. Her drag makeup is so soft and, like, dewy in a way that is just, like, gorgeously perfect.
And has evolved so much since episode 1.
Oh my god, yes. I was just gonna say, because I'm like,
I love Juriji, but her walk-in makeup was something.
Yeah. And I also wasn't like the biggest fan of her runway episode 1, but like, and then episode 2 came and I was like, okay, I can get with this. But then she walks out in this, and this is where she fully has me hooked because I absolutely love it.
I'm like, where? I wish I could do drag that good.
Right.
Gorgelina.
Truly.
Also, I didn't know I needed to see Juriji in dark hair until today.
Oh, I knew.
I know, obviously.
I Ben knew. But I love her. Stunning, beautiful woman.
The new Batman film looks shit.
Yeah, this is
Marina. What gets me is Marina has set themselves up as this fashion queen, and then we're presented with this.
Yeah,
I get that this is a very odd runway category, and I'm sure they didn't have much to choose from.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It's giving me like it's giving me Utica in Simone's Baps looks, crossbred with Catwoman, doing ketamine on Lois Wingate in Leeds.
Oh my god.
Not to be too harsh or anything.
I don't like this either. I'm not the biggest fan of this.
No.
I like the fringe and I like the shoes, but that's it.
The one redeeming factor for me for this was without the mask, the makeup and the hair is very lovely combo.
Yeah. You know, I did enjoy the red lip.
Anyways, so
Onyx.
This was so. I wish I knew what this reference was so I could appreciate this more, but this is so weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I guess is what we should expect from Onyx. Don't shoot me, don't hate me, don't kill me. It's giving Bag of Chips Butch Queen look if it mega evolved.
At least it was mega evolved.
Yeah.
At least he said mega evolved. Yeah.
It's just a strange look. And what is it with Almodovar putting weird things on people's titties?
I'm not saying, I don't think it's bad. It's just weird.
Yeah. No, I really like this look.
I like it.
It's very much so exactly what you said with Baga's look. Again, I completely agree with you, Eris. I wish I knew this reference specifically so I could appreciate how good this is.
Mm-hmm.
But
they look good though.
They can't do it wrong.
Just don't wear this for the OnlyFans video with Evie, please.
Don't wear anything.
Exactly.
Samantha Ballentines.
I'm gonna say it. I loved the reveal. It was so funny.
I loved it too.
I loved it. Yeah.
Samantha's high camp in a way I just don't think a lot of people appreciate. But I lived, honestly. When the wig started coming off, I was like, for fuck's sake, it's not even lip sync time yet, and you're already balding yourself.
No, stop. Oh, wait. No, I like it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just remember this being like a very slow reveal. And I loved it.
Fighting for a life to get out of that pencil skirt.
Oh my god.
We'll talk about the lip sync.
We'll talk about it. No, but she committed to the character on this runway, and I really appreciate that.
We'll get into it.
We sure will.
Yeah.
Sharonne.
Okay, so my only thing with this seems to be the most literal interpretation.
Yes.
Because compared to the image we got to see, Sharonne was like a complete photocopy of the outfit. Yeah. I think it just because of the color and the texture of this dress, it's such a hideous fabric and color. I wish she had done something more with it. Mm-hmm. Stoned it, glittered it, shit on it, did anything else. Just not leave it as it is because I don't think it looks great and it's not flattering.
Yeah.
It's a tube dress.
It's too literal of a recreation.
It's like a tube dress and it's like puke green with this like very bold red. Mm-hmm. Doesn't work for me.
No. And I won't shit on her for the style choices because she just got dealt what she got dealt by choosing this reference.
Yeah.
I think maybe she should have chosen something else or done something else.
Maybe like something more elaborate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it's this look or a different look. So
it's like if you did Night of 1,000 Lady Gagas, you're not going to do the dress she wore in the Just Dance video because that's just like a little black dress. You're going to do what she crawled out of the fucking pool with.
Yeah.
Just Dance, gonna be okay.
I was gonna say, or Lady Gaga at the airport. As some people did. So
we don't talk about Kamara blackface.
Venedita.
This was my favorite look of the night. By
far.
Was
also my favorite look of the night.
The fact that
I'm gonna say it's still Juriji.
Juriji's
actually, I changed my mind. Yeah, Juriji.
Yeah. Sorry. This is a close second though. I was with it before the reveal too. I wasn't mad at the first look with the big ass hat and then she revealed into this and I was like, oh my god, yes.
What gets me is this dress is made out of sequins. This gold nude illusion Punani fantasy is made out of sequins.
And spray painted too, which is
old nude illusion Punani fantasy.
My screen name on Scruff.
Whoever made this and like did all the artwork on it.
Yeah.
Like shout outs to you. You deserve
props to you, mama.
Yeah, the designer really popped off with this.
Truly.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I don't have any notes because it's just flawless.
This is amazing.
Her fucking waist to hip ratio.
Gorgeous, stunning. Yes.
Yeah.
That's all. So
this cast is getting small.
It is. It really is.
There's only 10. And now there's going to be 9 after this episode. So we do find out that in the top, we have Estrella, Sharonne, and Venedita. And in the bottom 3, we have Diamante, Jota, and Samantha with Juriji, Onyx, Sethlas, and Marina safe. I would have swapped. I wouldn't have put Samantha in the bottom at all, and my bottom 3 would have been Marina, Diamante, and Jota.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then my top 3 would have been Estrella, Venedita,
And
Juriji.
Yeah.
Before we get into anything the judges say, we need to talk about this Untucked.
Please.
Go for it, Eris.
So Marina's complaining that I honestly I'm a little bit lost, but Marina's complaining that people don't like her or something like that. Juriji looks her up and down, a bright wide smile, and she goes, "It's because you're smelly and I don't like you." Bitch. She just dead ass lets her know, "You stink, I dislike you, and you have a bad attitude." And then Marina's like, "Oh, well, you only come over to come and tell me. You only talk to me to tell me that I'm gross." And Juriji goes, "Maybe that's because what you deserve."
Maybe because you... Yeah, she's like, maybe because you are gross. You do have...
What she deserves.
Oh, those shots are just... Juriji just looks flawless while she's reading poor Marina down. Something I noticed, actually, and I'm going to discuss this, there was a tear down Onyx's cheek, and we never got an explanation as to what was going on.
Yeah, I was concerned about that as well. I was confused.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if prior to Marina and Juriji talking, if Onyx opened up about something and it was just edited out. Which if it was, that's a real fucking shame because, I mean, clearly they only have so much time in an episode for Untucked, and they're probably going to give it to the drama, but I would love to have seen it from Onyx.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then again, the episodes in España are never like a consistent length.
Yeah.
No.
This episode was an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And the longest one at that.
I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm not mad at it. It's been a great season so far. So
it has. But I think just when having it follow episode 2 and having it like at an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And given the performances of like the main challenge,
yeah,
kind of did it like no justice.
No. But we find out that the winner of the challenge is Venedita.
Deserved.
What do you think?
I think the runway seals the deal for it.
I feel like the runway kind of hold Venedita.
If Juriji, out of that top 3, at least, Venedita deserved it. In my opinion, Juriji should have won the full episode, and I've maybe said that every episode for the past 3 episodes now.
I think you have.
I'm just a little bit obsessed with Juriji, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if you can tell.
I disagree, and honestly, I don't love her, but I think the win should have gone to Estrella. And I'm kind of gagged that despite the runway and like, yeah, I agree with everything you said about it, Eris. I think my favorite performance of them all was Estrella.
Valid.
And I think I would, despite me not like loving her as so far as like a person, I think her drag has been pretty damn good the last 2 episodes. So,
however, my 3 counterpoints are as follow: Juriji Der Klee.
Fair. No, I understand that. And like I said, we end up with a bottom 3 of Diamante, Jota, and Samantha, with a bottom 2 of Samantha and Jota, which I severely disagreed with. I think we all agree it should have been Jota and Marina.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's a shame that Samantha was in the bottom, and this time she didn't even serve it.
She joins an elite club of, I don't remember how many queens, but joins an elite club of queens who were in the bottom for all 3 episodes that they were in. She might actually be the first.
The only other person I can think of was Kimora doing it twice.
A lot of queens have done it twice.
No one's really gotten that.
I can't really think of anyone who's done it 3.
Ivy Elise.
No, Ivy Elise was.
There was an episode in between, wasn't there?
No, Ivy Elise was bottom 3 in the first episode, and in the next 3 episodes, she was in the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah, Ivy Elise had 4 episodes.
Oh yeah, because it was Reggie B and
Juicy Couture
in the bottom.
Bonjour.
But I don't know if anyone's ever done the first 3.
Yeah, I think if it's 3 episodes, closest thing I could think of would be like
Silver Sonic. Oh no.
I was gonna say Jasmine, but like Jasmine only lip synced once.
Yeah.
A lot of people have done it twice, because I think of like Calorie Kardashian. I think of like
Kahana Montrese,
Serena Chacha. Like a bunch of people have done it twice.
Mm-hmm. I will say this is like unrelated to this episode. The reunion episode, Kahana looks completely different. Kahana looked so weirdly different. It was scary.
Yeah, that's been her glow up over the last like year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Work diva.
Yeah.
Anyway. This lip sync though, I love Samantha and I love her campy, silly style, but you can't do that on a slow ballad. It doesn't work. Oh.
This is one of the best solo lip sync performances that I've seen in a long time from Jota. Yeah. I was thoroughly impressed with Jota.
Jota had one of the Javier's like in tears.
Yeah.
Samantha had the other.
So I don't know this. I was gonna bring this up. I don't know whether they're crying over Jota's performance or crying over the fact that Jota is doing so well and they know they can't save Samantha for a 3rd time.
Yeah. I think it's I personally feel like it's a Samantha thing, because I judging by like what they've been saying within the last few episodes, they've been like a full like believer in Samantha.
It felt very it felt like the way they sent Dovima home, honestly. It's like they only did it because they had to.
Right.
My thing is, I took it as one of the Javier's crying because Jota. What I was going to say was one of the Javier's looked like he was crying because of Jota's performance. The other one looked like he was cringing watching Samantha.
Yeah.
I love Samantha. And I love that she changed outfits completely. I think if she had done her outfit switch and then done the song seriously, there might have been a chance in how they could have kept her.
Yeah. Or she just did the song seriously.
Yeah. But doing like a love ballad.
A love ballad, and she's doing the same thing, taking her wigs off, took her wig off, took her shoe off. I was
like, God damn it, she's getting naked again. And then I was like, oh, she's putting clothes back on. Okay, at least that's something.
Yeah.
Like that's something, but
yeah, it was just it reminded me of Cherry Valentine versus Taze. You know what I mean? It's like I wanted Cherry to stay so bad, but there was no way they were going to be able to keep her.
No.
Yeah.
But
here's to Samantha getting a documentary on BBC iPlayer.
Work diva. We lose our queen. We lose our icon. We lose the narrator of the season, in all honesty.
I thought Samantha was like the confessional queen. Almost.
Agreed.
I can't wait to see her on some Versus the World franchise, because I just know the fans are going to adore her wherever she is.
I agree. But Well, that's that. Next week is the Rusical.
Yes. Probably another win for Sharonne.
Sharonne. I honestly see Juriji possibly winning next episode, but
that's what I'm hoping. I'm like,
I am too.
This needs to be the chance for Juriji, or the episode that Juriji wins.
We shall see.
Trying to avoid eye contact with Logan so I don't get any tells, because I know you've been spoiled.
The winner of the Maxi Challenge. Do you want to know who it is?
No,
not on stream.
It's Ariel Wreck.
I hate you.
It's Marisa Prisa! Yay!
She comes back and she starts throwing tarantulas at Supreme for eliminating her.
Oh boy. Well, that's that. Another episode of España down. And we'll be back next week. So, bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Candy.
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
Get those nuts away from my face.
Stand Juriji Der Klee for clear skin.